Good morning.
Good morning, sir. So here we have the guest for the session. Now I would request Professor Tagdees Pavaskar, our Assistant Chief Coordinator, to welcome the guest.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Uh, yes, hi, a very good morning to
Hi.
all the
Good morning. Good
participants.
morning. So
Hi,
nice
hi,
to hear from you.
good morning. It's great to hear from you as well after a long time.
Yes, after a really long time.
Yes, yes, and indeed a pleasure to
Yes.
have you as one of the speakers for a very good topic today, that is careers in communication and broadcasting. And believe me, I couldn't find anyone better, the best in the industry than Mr. Prasanna Sun to speak on this topic. A person who has versatile experience as an anchor, as a person, a great public speaker, a person who has academic as well as a very good professional background for this topic, for this subject. And no one I could find better. And especially for students who really aspire to get into the communications field. If we see today, communications is a must in every sector, be it services, be it the other sectors which are there. Media is one which needs communication skills, good public speaking skills. Education today, legal fields today, every other aspect, every other industry needs communication. And of course, broadcasting is one big unexplored field for the students today, which has lots and lots of opportunities. And today we have Mr. Prasanna Sun, who is going to grace this occasion, this particular webinar, the fourth webinar organized by Career and Placement Cell. And he's going to provide a lot of insights into this career option for all the students. It's a great opportunity for you. Please don't miss it. Please listen to whatever he says, whatever insights he provides. And I hand over to Saloni now to introduce Mr. Prasanna Sun to the participants.
Thank you so much, Tagdish ma'am. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I would be honored to welcome our speaker for today, Sir Prasanna Sant. Sir is the co-founder of the sports website 365 Games. He is a multilingual corporate trainer, management faculty, presenter, sports commentator, voice-over artist, and auctioneer. Sir has been working on All India Radio as a cricket commentator and as an expert on sports related programs. He is also on the panel of Star Sports as a commentator, handling work on the IPL and Champions Boat League. He has done commentary of many one day and test matches for All India Radio. Among those, commentary of the Asia Cup 2018 from the Dubai International Stadium and the India vs Pakistan World Cup 2019 match on All India Radio. He also did commentary of the Mumbai T20 League 2019 on Star Sports from the Wankhede Stadium. During Sir's early days after graduation, he worked with Gyan Vani FM 105.6 for curating and presenting educational programs for the FM channel's listeners. Sir also did the Marathi commentary of the Vivo Pro Kabaddi League Season 7 on Star Sports 1 Marathi and Hotstar. We welcome you, sir. I would request you to kindly begin with the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Saloni, for your wonderful introduction. The way you spoke, the way you introduced was so nice. Thank you so much. So heartening to know that. Thank you so much, Saloni. Thank you. Before we start, are we all ready to begin the session, or should we wait for a few minutes before we click 12 o'clock?
Prasanna sir, I think
Yeah.
12 is the time given
Okay.
to
So I will
everyone.
wait.
So
I will
just
wait
wait
for
for
5 minutes.
Yes.
Yes. Fine. I think we've
Yes,
got
yes, please, if you can.
71
Yeah,
students.
thank you.
I will start at 12:05. Will that be fine?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no issues. Chalega.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, just to ask, does Archana have those photographs? Archana, I just saw you presenting.
No, sir. Archana don't have. Vignesh Matre, the technical head, have the photos.
Okay,
Archana,
okay.
can you please stop presenting the screen?
Okay, Vignesh has it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I have a quick word with Vignesh? Is he there? Vignesh, can you just switch on your mic for 1 minute? So we've got 79, 80 participants. That's nice.
Vignesh? Sir, as he has connected to the with the help of laptop, he has some mic issues. You can convey the message. He is listening to the message.
Okay, great. Vignesh, whenever I tell you after the introduction, just play those photographs one by one. I will tell you, I will give you the cue. Now change, now change. I'll tell you when to do that, but just keep them ready. Thanks. Thanks. Okay, so it's 12 noon. Professor Sabir, should we start or should we wait for a couple of minutes?
So we can start this session.
We can start the session, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, good afternoon, friends. My name is Prasanna Sant, and it's so nice to see that we've got 80 students who have joined in for this webinar. And as rightly the introduction was made and so wonderfully done by Professor Tagdis ma'am, saying that this is an upcoming topic in this world, and that's why we'll be discussing on careers in communication and broadcasting. Just to tell you a few things, just feel relaxed about today's class, okay? About today's lecture, just sit back, relax, enjoy. I will be showing you a few photographs. One happy news for you is that there is no PowerPoint slides that I have. So no PowerPoint presentation. You have to see my boring face for the next 45 minutes. You have no option because you've registered for the meeting. So you have to see my face. I'll show you a few photographs that covers whatever I have done in broadcasting. I've got a lot of photographs, but I've selected a few to help you know how you can explore that as a career medium. Just to tell you, I am also a student of Chetna College. I passed out in 2007-8. That is the year that I did my graduation in from Chetna College. BMS section I did. Professor Tagdis ma'am is 1 year senior to me. So she's my senior, and I still treat her as my senior because, wonderful personality. She's one of the best CRs that Chetna College has ever had. Even today, I say that. And now she's leading a wonderful team at Chetna BMS, Chetna BMM, the entire Chetna self-financing courses. So that's so nice to know. So just to tell you that I passed out from Chetna College about 13, 14 years back. And after that, it has been a great journey in career of communication, broadcasting, where I work for All India Radio. I work for Star Sports. I've done work for Doordarshan, where I'm still associated. And I also work as a visiting faculty where I teach management and media subjects to students like you who want to pursue a career in this particular field. And so this is the way I just try to share whatever I have gathered through my experiences. So before we start, if somebody can tell me from the technical team, is my voice clearly audible? Can you see my face clearly? If somebody can reply. Okay. So Vignesh tells me yes. Mansi is telling me Kaushal, Nikki, Namrata, Ritik. Very good. Please be active on your chat box. Whenever I am talking, also if you find that there is something that you can add to, you feel that you want to write something in the chat box, talking on the mic will disturb the entire meeting. I don't have a problem. But if you can type it in the chat box, what will happen is it will add a lot of value to the topic that we are discussing. Some of you may have some internet connectivity issues. That's why the video may be lagging. My voice will come first, the video will come later, but that is okay as long as we discuss the topic today. One thing that I would request you, I mean, it's just a request. I cannot see you. You can see me. If you can just keep a pen and a paper next to you so that in case you feel something that is important that you need to write, that you need to note down, you can feel free to write it down, to note it down. This is just the first session. I will try to cover as much as I can in the next 1 hour. After that, if you feel that you want another session or you want something more in this, you can feel free to request me. Whenever time permits, we can take that up. Okay, so once again, welcome to this wonderful program that Chetna College's self-financing courses are organized, careers in communication and broadcasting. So today I will be telling you a lot about how you can make a career in communication and broadcasting. Firstly, please understand that today the economy has opened up. Today, the world has opened up. Yes, in the last 3-4 months, the world has got stuck because of the COVID-19 pandemic that has struck the entire world. But we will come back now in the next couple of months. Mumbai is almost now back, except the railway that is not working. So the entire world will be back on track. One thing that we all need to know today is that we need to be really good in our communication skills. Please listen to me very carefully that I'm trying to say. Listen to me very carefully for the next 45 minutes. It could really help you in your careers. The next few years is going to be all about your personality and about your communication skills. Now, when I say personality, I'll come to that point later. Let's focus first on communication skills. Now, when I say communication skills, people suddenly start thinking or instantly start thinking that communication is all about English language. That is not the case. Please understand. Communication means the art of delivering a particular topic or a particular thought in the most effective way. Did I use the word language here? My definition of communication did not have the use of the word of language. And that is the point that I want to reiterate here in this self-financing courses. All the 81 students who have joined our webinar today, please एक चीज ध्यान में रखना कि बहुत सारे लोगों के मन में कॉम्प्लेक्स होता है. They feel a little shy, a little hesitant, a little awkward because they think that because we are not able to speak English, our communication skills are not good. That's a very, very wrong thing to believe and understand. Today, the more languages you know, the better it is for you and the world. See, today, you switch on any news channel, you switch on any entertainment channel, you will see that the same program or the same news is telecast on a television or on a radio through different languages. So if you're good in more than 2 languages, it is always an advantage. Now, I'm sure all of you speak your mother tongue really well. Now that mother tongue could be Hindi, it could be Marathi, it could be Urdu, it could be Tamil, it could be Telugu, it could be Malayalam, it could be any language that is there in the world. Please try to make sure that you are very good in at least 2 to 3 languages as far as communication skills are concerned. Please listen to me very carefully, friends, what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to open up the topic, which is careers in communication and broadcasting. But for that, we need to understand the meaning of communication first. So पहली चीज आप आपके दिमाग से निकाल दो कि अगर मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं आता है तो मुझे communication skills नहीं आते. That's a very, very wrong thing to believe. If you think you can communicate in Marathi well, prepare that language well. If you think you can speak in Hindi very well, work hard on that language. If you think you can speak Urdu very well, work hard on that language. We have got excellent examples from Chetna College itself, who today are doing really well in the field of media, broadcasting, and communication, not in English language, but in some other language. Why I am trying to tell you this is, friends, English to aapko karna hi hai. English, because you are studying about 6 to 7 subjects per semester in your 3 years of BMM or BMS or BAF or whatever course that you are doing in Chetna College. So in a semester you are studying about 6 to 7 subjects in English. So by default English आपके कानों पे पड़ ही रहा है. इंग्लिश आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे, इंग्लिश आपका इंप्रूव होगा, उसके लिए मेहनत करोगे, वो तो करते ही रहोगे. बट डोंट फील बैड if you think that English is not up to the mark. Keep working hard till you feel that you have reached a level of happiness and satisfaction. But if you think you have another language which you know really well, work hard on that language really well, because today it is the day, it is the era of multilingual communication. Please remember this word, multilingual communication. What is multilingual communication? Where you can speak one or more than one language. One language, of course, we all can speak. And let me tell you, because all of us have studied in Mumbai, or we are studying in Mumbai, by default we know English. By default we know Hindi. A little bit of Marathi here and there if you're not from Mumbai, if Marathi is not your mother tongue. A few languages like Gujarati or Urdu here and there we already pick up. So it's an advantage that we stay in a metropolitan city like Mumbai, because of which we can study automatically a few languages. So the first topic that I'm going to cover here, which I tried to cover in the first 5 minutes, was communication is not just about English language. Communication is about delivering a topic effectively in whatever language you are comfortable in. And as I told you, that English is by default. You have to work hard on it. You have to prepare on it. You have to get to a particular level where your communication skill in English is acceptable. But if you think you can write well in Hindi, you can express well in Urdu, you can speak well in Marathi, keep that language really strong, because it helps you to do a lot of topics. I'll just give you an example. I hope all of you know BBC as a channel. I hope all of you know BBC as a channel. It is a primarily English channel, British Broadcasting Corporation. That's the full form of BBC, and it's a channel based in the United Kingdom, in the UK. But today, BBC World has an edition in Hindi. BBC World also has a news bulletin in Marathi, and there are two friends of mine who do the same bulletin in English, they do the same bulletin in Hindi, and they do the same bulletin in Marathi as well. See how big an advantage it is for you. You are staying in Mumbai and you have to cover what is happening about the COVID-19 situation in an area like, say, Ghatkopar or Chembur or Bandra East, where our college is. But you are good in English, you are good in Marathi, you are good in Hindi. What happens is, you get that as a task to do in your particular area, and you get to represent BBC World in 3 different languages. See, this is what is happening today. This is what is happening as reality, where the same person is delivering the same news in 3 different languages by staying at the same spot in Mumbai, where he or she is trying to cover a particular concept or a particular news or a particular event that has happened in that area. So are you understanding what I'm trying to say by when I say that if you're a multilingual, it helps you to be really good at delivering a topic or covering a particular event in different languages. What happens is, you become more confident because you can cover the same topic in different languages, and more than that, you become part of a very, very reputed brand. Just imagine if BBC World calls you and tells you, okay, just let me check who all are there. Say out of the 80 students, 86 students that we have on the chat box, say I'll pick up someone, Amog Vaiti. Amog Vaiti is a part of our chat today. So if Amol if Amol Vaiti is a part of BBC World, just imagine if he gets an opportunity to talk about a particular news event, about a particular event in 3 different languages for BBC World, it becomes such a big achievement for that particular person. So what I'm trying to say is that if you can build or if you can develop more than 2 languages as a part of your armory, you can become a really effective communicator. And that is how we start our topic, careers in communication and broadcasting. So I just tried to cover in communication, multilingual communication, how you can be a good communicator if you know more than 2 or 3 languages, and how today, if you know more than 2 or 3 languages, you will always be in demand as far as a career in communication is concerned. So this is just a basic introduction that I made to communication and broadcasting. I just want to know from the chat box, are we good to go? Are you finding the topic interesting? If you can reply on the chat box. All the 87 of y'all who are listening to me, are you finding it okay? Sanjana, Omkar, Snehal, Saloni, Nikki, Akshat, Vaibhav, Aditya, Oswin. Oh, what a nice name here. Oswin Cardino, Shubham, Sheetal, Mitali, Namrata, Vaishnavi, Janavi, Adnan, Anushka, Pranesh. Okay, great. So good. All of you are listening and also replying, so that's a good feedback to me, because see, this is an online medium and I cannot see you, so this is the only way that I can chat with you. Thank you, Vaidehi, Siria, Divya, Ritik, Bhavesh, Mashuk, Mansi, Sharmishta, Ganesh, Malaika, Sanika, Shivani, Neha, Sana. Good. Thank you. Okay, so we are good to go, and so nice to know that almost I've got about how many chats? 58 chats where all of you are telling me that you are listening to me. Good. I think we will just tell Professor Sabir that all those who have replied yes sir, they should get 1 internal mark, because life in self-financing courses is all about internal marks. So whoever has replied yes sir, yes ma'am, I think Professor Sabir, you give them 1 internal mark. So now
Yes,
I'm
sir,
getting
sure.
more replies. I'm getting more replies. So somebody has written thank you also. So give him 1 extra internal mark. So that helps in ensuring that the communication flow is smooth. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so we go ahead. Okay, we go ahead. Careers in communication and broadcasting. Okay, we've got Vignesh with us. Vignesh, before we start the actual topic of what careers you can make, can you just roll those photographs on the screen one by one? Vignesh, if you can just start presenting and get those photographs rolled one by one. Are you there? Yeah, great. Vignesh is super quick here. Yeah, Vignesh, have you played that on the screen?
Yes, sir. The presentation is going on.
Okay, but I'm not able to see it.
Sir, you just pin up on the Vignesh.
Okay,
So once you pin up, you will get.
let me check. Vignesh.
You might be seeing a small screen on his photo and an arrow. You just pin up over there. You will be able to see the screen.
Yeah, because in the chat box, yeah, now I can see it. Thank you.
Vignesh, can you go to the first slide, please? First slide.
First.
Yeah.
Is
Huh. Let's start from here.
yeah. Yes. Next one. Okay, so see, I'm just sharing with you what all you can do as a career in communication and broadcasting. So if you see these 2 photographs on the left of your screen, is a few events that we hosted for a league called Superstar League. That is where you have all these celebrities coming in and they play cricket at the St. Stanislaus ground in Bandra West. So that is one of the hosts that you see on screens, Shibani Dandekar. That is where we did a few events there. On the right of your screen, if you see, there are a few cricketers whom I am chatting with. These are Sri Lanka's cricketers. Romesh Kaluvitana, if you must have heard about his name. There is Rangana Herath. There is Parvez Maharoof. So we just had a series called as the Legends Cup. So before that, we had a quick interaction with this. So this is how you can have a career as a broadcaster, being a host or an anchor. So these are the first two photographs. Yes, Vignesh, if you can move. Yes, so here is another photograph where you can be an expert on a news channel, where this is a channel on Z, where you can talk, or you're called as a news expert in the news at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, which is called as the prime time, where you can share your views on a particular topic, which is the hot topic of that particular day. Yes, please go ahead. This is another topic where you had politician Mr. Nitin Gadkari and a couple of former cricketers, where the physical disability cricket team had won the World Cup. That happened just a few months back last year, and that is where you get a chance to host an event like this, where India, as the world champions, the players were felicitated for their performances. So that is one photograph that I just tried to show you. Yep, if you can go ahead. This is a commentary box at Star Sports, where, you know, if you're good in a particular way of communicating a thought on a particular sport, you get that opportunity. Here I am, where I've done a lot of matches with Mr. Sandeep Patil, a former India cricketer, a part of the 1983 World Cup winning team of India. So that is another way you can become a broadcaster. I'll tell you how to go there, but I'm just sharing a few photographs so that you know what are the careers that you can see, because photographs are much more appealing. Rather than putting up a PowerPoint slide, you can relate to a photograph much better. Yeah, if you can go ahead. Yeah, this is another event done at the Canada event of Global T20. So that is another event that has picked up speed, where people in the United States also are learning to play cricket, because normally cricket is not played in the United States. You see baseball or basketball being played there, but now Canada also has become home to cricket now. All cricketers from all over the world are going to Canada and playing the game. So that is another good event that is always held every year, annually, that is held, where also you get a chance to host and conduct their proceedings. Yes, you can go ahead. That is if you can just go back. If you can see on your right, if you can see there, you can see that I'm holding a hammer. That is not an actual hammer, but that is a hammer of an auctioneer. I hope you know what is an auction. Auction is where you can buy products, so you can these days buy players, because you must have seen the IPL auctions, you must have seen the Pro Kabaddi League auctions, how they are conducted. So you get a chance to conduct an auction as well if you're good in communication, if you know the rules of the game. So you can actually put the hammer down and you can actually sell players as a professional auctioneer. Yes, if you can go ahead. So here you can host a chat show, you can host a talk show. Here I am interviewing Mr. Sachin Tendulkar after he got the Bharat Ratna award, and of course he was felicitated by everyone. So here I'm interviewing him in front of an audience here in a hall, where you get to talk to the great man, and there are a lot of people who are listening in. This is broadcast live on a particular channel or on a particular social media particular page or something like that. So that is a wonderful interaction that I had. You can just go on my Facebook profile. You can see all these photographs as well there. So I'm just trying to share a few so that we can know what actually a career in communication and broadcasting is. Yes, if you can go ahead, Vignesh. Yes, so this is also another way of showing you how a commentary box operates. This is a commentary box at the Wankhede Stadium, where we covered the Mumbai T20 League. The IPL is held continuously there at the Wankhede Stadium. Of course, Mumbai Indians, a very strong team. Here I'm doing the commentary stint with Charu Sharma, at the Mumbai T20 League. So just to tell you how a commentary box looks like from inside, you have those two screens that are there. One is for the commentators to look at, where you get all the updates about the screens and all that, and one TV is there where what you watch on TV is shown to us as well. So this is what happens inside the commentary box. Very comfortable, air conditioner, you get all facilities there, but a lot of hard work that you have to do because a lot of people are listening to you and you cannot afford to make a mistake. So just thought of showing you how a commentary box looks from inside. Yes, if you can go ahead. That is another picture of an auction that I'm conducting. This is the Dreams Premier League, which is again supported by a lot of celebrities. See, these days what has happened is sports and fitness has become a fad. I don't know whether you know what is the meaning of the word fad. It has become a craze. Everybody wants to play cricket. Everybody wants to play football. Everybody wants to play a sport, and they like to be auctioned. So these days auctioning has become very powerful. That is another strong career that you can make if you know the rules of the game and if you know how you can become an auctioneer there. So that's another photograph that I tried to share. Yes, Vignesh, are we done or a few photographs left? Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Vignesh. So nice of you to get that on. Can you all see me now? Can you all see me now on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, great. Thank you so much, Vignesh. So nice of you to show those photographs on my behalf, because whenever we conduct these sessions, what I do is I give it to the college technical team or the institutional technical team. It becomes faster. Thank you so much, Vignesh, for the support. I hope all of you who are there in the session, about 86 of you could see what I wanted to show you through those photographs. I hope all of you could see that. And now we'll actually come to what I mean by careers in communication and broadcasting. So we'll try to cover a few topics where I'll tell you what are the different ways in which you can make a career in communication and broadcasting. I showed you a few photographs where I'm hosting an event, where I'm conducting a chat show, where I'm a part of a news panel, where I have done a few auctions, where I am a part of a global event, where I'm a part of a local event, where I'm a part of a commentary team, where I am called as a particular expert on a particular topic. Here in front of you, I am delivering a webinar on the topic of communication and broadcasting. So these are the various topics that we'll cover in the next 1 hour till about 1:15. We still have a lot of time. I hope you have a pen and paper to note down a few careers that I'm telling you. The first topic that we'll cover is in broadcasting. You can become a good journalist and a good reporter. Please remember the first point that I'm trying to tell you: a good journalist or a good reporter. Now, when I say a good journalist or a good reporter, for a good journalist and for a good reporter, you need communication skills. And as I've told you, not necessary that you need to be good only in English. Along with English, if you can develop, if you can build on a couple of other languages as well, it helps you to add a lot of different colors to your persona and to your personality as well. So the first choice that you can make, or the first option that you can have in communication and broadcasting as a career, is you can become a journalist or you can become a reporter. Journalist, you can be a part of a newspaper agency, you can be a part of a newspaper company, you can be a part of a PR agency, you can be a part of a news channel. As I gave you the example of BBC World, where you can cover the same event in 3 or 4 different languages, depending upon what that particular language is for a particular news channel. I'll tell you another example as we cover the topic of my own concept, where you will be able to understand. So first topic, I hope is clear, where you can make a career in journalism, where you can become a journalist or a reporter in as many languages as you want. One of our students, let me tell you, he also hosted a show in the self-financing courses, one of the events that was held a few months back, where he interviewed Jwala Singh and Vikrant Keni in your college. Rishikesh Bamne, a good student of Chetna College. He is now a correspondent in Lok Satta. Lok Satta, the newspaper, you know, very good in Marathi, always good in Marathi. Even when he was a student, you have your events, no, Shikhar and Navinya and all those events. He used to write about those events in Marathi newspapers. Sorry. So he was always good in Marathi, and I always used to tell him, even if you're good in Marathi, not that great in English, don't worry. English will come to you automatically, but do Marathi really well. And today he is writing, even in the lockdown, Rishikesh is covering excellent news in Lok Satta newspaper. If you're reading Marathi newspapers, if you see the name Rishikesh Bamne, you should be feeling proud and saying that he is from my college. Okay, so journalist or reporter is one career that you can make. Second, you can always become a professor, a teacher, or a trainer as well. See, please understand, today people think that, oh, teaching, do I really need to get into teaching? Will that be as great as a corporate job and all that? But let me tell you, today teaching is the most satisfying job, because when you train students, when you impart knowledge, when you ensure that all the students who are sitting in front of me, you are able to share your experiences, what happens is you get a different kind of satisfaction. And you cannot become a good teacher or a trainer or a professor unless you have good communication skills. Again, what I'm trying to tell you is that along with communication skills, if you have good academic background, like you see some of your professors who are teaching you as full-time faculties in your college or visiting faculties, you can always make it out that they are academically strong and the communication skills are also strong. So what happens is, when you have a balance of both, you can become a good professor, a good teacher, a good trainer. And let me tell you, today there are so many opportunities that are available where you can become a teacher or a professor in a school or in a college. You can also become a trainer in a corporate setup. Please understand that today corporates need training and development on a continuous basis. It could be a technical training, it could be a soft skill training, it could be a subject oriented training. So for all these things, you need to have communication as a base. So the first career avenue that I told you was about journalist and a reporter. The second thing that I'm telling you is you can become a good teacher, trainer, professor. The third point, which we'll come to, is you can become an expert on a particular topic. See, today you read newspapers. Today you may not get a physical copy of a newspaper, but the online newspaper that you get today in these days of COVID-19, or you're seeing the news channels every day at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9:30. If you're good on a particular subject, you can be. See, let me tell you. Sometimes you have a good doctor, and the doctor also is called on a particular news channel to explain about why this coronavirus is happening. How do you control this? How do you ensure that you stay safe? So what happens is, if you're a good communicator on a particular subject that you are an expert at, you are called at different institutes, you're called at different seminars, you're called at different webinars, you're called by radio channels, you're called by TV channels, where, because of an expertise in a particular subject, not only are you an expert in that subject, but because you're good at communication, you can also deliver that topic in a much effective manner. So the first point, please try to remember what I'm trying to say. If you can just quickly note it down, that will be great as well. So the first point that I tried to explain you as a career in communication same program that I do in English, I do that in Marathi, and I do the same program in a mix of English and Hindi. What happens is, let me tell you from your perspective. You're doing one job, you're doing one task, you get paid for one task. Imagine you're doing one program in English. Somebody tells you, can you do that for me in Marathi as well? You say, okay, I'll do that for you in Marathi as well. Can you do it in mix of English and Hindi? Okay, I'll do that in mix of English and Hindi as well. What I'm doing is, for one program, if I am being paid 100 rupees, just imagine if I do the same program in 3 languages. Are you understanding simple mathematics? What is this all about? I'm not only talking about commerce, I'm not only talking about commercial aspect of a profession, but I'm also talking about if you're a good communicator. As I told you before, if you're a multilingual communicator, it helps you to get access to more opportunities in the same period of time. So if you can deliver a same topic in more than one language, people will come to you only to deliver the same topic, because instruction becomes easy. To tell the same instruction to 3 different people becomes difficult. But I tell the same instruction to one person, and that one person will deliver the same topic in 3 different languages. So that becomes very, very effective to communicate for the producer or for the host of that particular program. And for us as presenters, it becomes a win-win situation. So that's another topic that you have to always remember, that you can become a presenter, anchor, host, RJ, DJ. But remember, if you can speak more than 2 languages, it is always a big, big advantage to have. The 5th topic that we'll go to is, today you see a lot of debates being conducted, whether it's in a college or whether it's in a public forum, whether it is on a television, whether it is on radio. So you need someone who's called as a moderator or as a conductor, where you have a panel of 5-6 people, and on the panel of 5-6 people, you need one person who moderates that chat. What is a moderator? That moderator, he or she asks questions and ensures that the discussion is in a flowing mode, that the discussion flows smoothly. That is the job of a moderator or a discussion conductor. If you know a particular topic well, if you're good in communication skills, then what happens is you are appointed as a communicator to moderate or conduct a particular debate or a particular session of subject matter experts. You need to be well researched about that particular topic about which that topic is based on. Along with that, you need to have a good control over 5-6 people who are discussing a particular topic, because some of them could be aggressive, some of them could be very calm, they don't want to talk, but you have to cool down the aggressive person and you have to instigate that calm person to talk, so that there is a balance whenever a discussion is conducted. So I tried to cover 5 professions that you can think of in communication and broadcasting. We have 5 more to go, but we'll cover these 5 in a recap mode. The first topic that I told you was journalist or reporter, different languages. That is by default. Second, trainer, professor or a faculty or a teacher or a multilingual trainer, multi-skills trainer. Then you can become an expert, where you can deliver a public speaking talk or a speech or a talk or a particular topic on a channel or on a media or on the social media. Fourth, you can become a presenter, you can become an anchor, you can become a host, you can become an RJ, you can become a VJ across different languages. And the 5th that I tried to communicate to you was you can become a moderator or a conductor, where you can moderate and conduct a topic that is being discussed. So the first half that we covered here till about 12:35 in the afternoon is we covered 5 career avenues that you can think of as far as career in communication and broadcasting is concerned. We still have 5 more to go. Are we okay till here? Just if you can reply to me in the chat box. Are we okay till here? Have you understood? Am I talking sense? Am I clear to y'all? Am I able to communicate the topic well? Am I clearing the particular topic of communication and broadcasting as a career choice? Okay, good. So I'm getting a good replies. We've got 81 students who are there. That's good. Good. Everybody is writing yes. Yeah, also somebody has written yeah. That's a nice way of communicating. Good, 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 good. Thank you. Good. So when I told Sabir sir that we'll have one internal mark to everybody who's writing yes sir, I think everybody, all 80 are writing yes, we have understood. Yes, we have understood. Very helpful information that somebody is writing. Good. Everything is clear. Vaidehi writes. Okay, good, good. Rasika is writing it is going awesome. Okay, good. When you write awesome, brilliant, nice, such adjectives, good. So if I was your subject teacher, then maybe a few more internal marks, because as I always say, whenever I take a lecture or a session in the self-financing courses, I feel nice because it takes me back to my self-financing courses days where it was all about getting those 40, 50 marks of internals. So good. And there's nothing wrong in doing that. As a student, you always want to get as many marks as possible, especially in the internal setup, so that you get good marks cumulatively in the 100 marks of exam that you give. Okay, so first 5 points that we have covered, we've got good. My job is getting tough, Prasanna sir. Oh, Jagdish ma'am is replying that. Thank you. Sorry for that, but don't worry, all in the right sense. Okay, so good, and it's such a nice response from everyone. It feels nice to know that all 79, all 81 of you are listening to the topic so nicely, so wonderfully well. Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll go ahead. Okay, we'll go ahead. We've done 5 topics, 5 career avenues that I tried to cover. Now we go to the next 5 topics. Okay, next 5 points that we'll come to. The 6th point today that we'll cover is to become a commentator. Okay, five career avenues I have told you. The 6th one today is a commentator. Please understand that people think that commentator is only in sports. No, you can become a commentator in so many different subjects. I'll give you an example. I don't know whether you have ever seen a Republic Day parade or an Independence Day parade that is shown on Doordarshan at 9 o'clock in the morning whenever that Republic Day or Independence Day falls. So you have the entire setup for about 2 hours where the Prime Minister of India delivers a speech, where you have a lot of people converging in. You have a entire great setup at the Red Fort in Agra, and you have everyone walking in their military uniforms at the India Gate March Parade. In that setup, you have 5 or 6 people who are doing continuous commentary of that particular event that is happening. So commentary is not just about sports. It is for a political event. It can be for a freedom event. It can be for a patriotic event. It can be for a sports event. It can be for a cinematic event. It can be for a Bollywood event. So what is commentary? Commentary is nothing but explaining what is happening live on the ground to the people who are listening to that on the television setup. That is commentary. For that, what do you require? You require the knowledge of that particular event that is happening, and of course, communication skills by default. I'll tell you an example. The commentary that we do, okay, the commentary that we do for the Pro Kabaddi League. I'm sure all of you know about Kabaddi League. I don't know how many of you know about the sport Kabaddi, how many play Kabaddi as a sport. Normally we play cricket, football, hockey. Kabaddi is normally a rural sport, but it is becoming popular in a metro city like Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, and those places as well. So let me tell you how a setup of commentary operates when you do a sport like Kabaddi. You have one studio which does English commentary. Next to it, Hindi. Next to it, you have Tamil commentary, you have Malayalam commentary, you have Marathi commentary, and you have Telugu commentary. Just look at the opportunities that you have today as a commentator, not only for sports, but for different avenues. I don't know whether you know about a topic which the Prime Minister of India conducts on the last Friday of every month, which is called as Mann Ki Baat, MANN, Mann Ki Baat, where the Prime Minister talks on All India Radio. That program is translated in each and every language that is there in India. You talk of Punjabi, you talk of Urdu, you talk of Hindi, you talk of Gujarati, you talk of Marathi, you talk of Tamil, you talk of Malayalam, Telugu, any topic. The entire speech that the Prime Minister of India, Honorable Mr. Narendra Modi ji, gives in Hindi is translated into all these languages. So you need a translator to translate it from Hindi to a particular language, and you need a voiceover artist or a commentator to get that topic delivered on that particular radio channel, which is based on a particular regional setup. So are you understanding how being good in a local language is excellent as far as communication skills is concerned? Because in the introduction part only I told you, communication is delivering a topic effectively. It could be any language. The definition of communication just does not have the word language, because language is different. Sometimes, or I don't know whether you have seen this, people who cannot talk, they still communicate with actions. So non-verbal communication again is such a wonderful part of communication. The point that I'm trying to make here is that as a commentator or as a translator, you have much more opportunities as far as career in broadcasting and communication is concerned. So that is where I try to cover the topic of commentator. Next, very interesting topic which I'm trying to tell you is about a blogger, writer, or an author. See, today you don't need to actually have being associated to a particular newspaper or a particular magazine or a particular publication. Even if you start your own blog, you can become a successful writer. Have you heard about topics like travelogue, where people go to a particular place, write their experiences on the blog, and lakhs and crores of people follow them? You don't need anything. For a blog to start, you need an ID and internet connection. Go anywhere, write about your topics, write about your experiences, express yourselves. If your topic is good, people actually follow your blog. People call you to express your experiences about going to a particular place. You go to watch a particular match, you go to a particular historical event, you go to a particular historical venue, you cover your experiences there, you write it on a blog, because you can write well, you can communicate well, you can write it in one language, you can write it in multiple languages, you can start a Facebook page. I'll tell you an example. On Facebook, there is a group called as Angat Pangat. I don't know whether you have heard about that, but Angat Pangat is all about recipes, where you can share your recipes. There are so many people. My mother is a part of that Facebook page, where if she can cook a particular dish well, she writes on that Facebook page of how to make, say for example, it could be a modak, it could be a puran poli, it could be a biryani, it could be a frankie, it could be anything. So today the avenues have increased. Previously, you needed to be only in a publication, only in a newspaper publication to write something or to become an author or to publish a book. But today, internet has opened up so many avenues. You can just go on Facebook, write about something that you want to write. You can open your blog. You can start writing something, start scribbling something, and put it up. Because today, social media is so powerful that sitting in Bandra East, you can reach a person in the States. You can reach a person in Australia. You can reach a person in any part of the world. What happens is connectivity has become easier. The world has become a small place. So this is something which all of you have to remember. Becoming an author, becoming a blogger, becoming a writer today is much, much easier than it was 20 years back, because today avenues are multiple, internet sources are multiple, and today all of us are dependent on internet for everything. Today you may not have a bank account, but you have a Facebook account. Today you may not have a financial transaction to do, but you have a Geo connection with you, which is running on 4G and 5G. Everybody today is on their cell phones like this. Everybody you see, nobody sees in the front. Everybody is on their cell phones. Why? Because that's the way we have become. You go in a train, you see 20 people sitting in front of you, or 20, 19 are on their cell phones. Everybody is busy these days because internet has made us busy. So blogging, writing, becoming an author has become a very, very popular medium if you're good as far as communication skills are concerned. That is again a part of broadcasting. Next, topic number 8 that I'm covering after break. This is the third topic. We did 5 first, then I came to commentator, translator, then I went to blogger, writer, author. The 8th point that I'm trying to cover is you can become an entertainer. Now, Anushka is presenting. Anushka, if you can please stop that. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so eighth point that I'm trying to cover here is entertainer. How do you think entertainment is a career choice? See, today, I don't know whether you are watching it on social media. There is an emerging number of people who want to do stand-up comedy, who want to do mimicry, who want to imitate someone, who can make different voices. So somebody says, okay, I can make the voice of Amitabh Bachchan really well. I can pick out the voice of Raj Thackeray very well. I can imitate Mr. Narendra Modi. I can imitate Rahul Gandhi. I can imitate so-and-so actor. I can imitate so-and-so celebrity. See, today, what is happening is people are crazy for entertainment. Today, you put up anything on the social media, it picks up. Why it picks up? Because people are there on internet just at the fingertip. And today, in these days where we are in the lockdown, nothing to do if you're not involved in something. Today, all students, I think 95 or maybe 98% of students are on the internet cumulatively for about 6 to 7 hours in a day out of 24 hours. When they're not sleeping, they're on the internet. The only time that they're not on the internet is when they're sleeping. And that is why today becoming a comedian, becoming a stand-up comedian, becoming an artist, becoming a mimicry artist today is a very, very popular profession as far as communication is concerned, because you need to engage the audience. You need to have that ability to engage the audience as far as public speaking skills are concerned. And if you can do that, then that is a really another emerging profession, an offbeat profession, an off-the-track profession. But if you can do that, that really helps you to get a lot of popularity. In that only, there's another emerging thing that is coming up as a voice-over artist. Remember this, which I'm trying to tell you, voice-over artist or a dubbing artist, which I am working as. What is a voice-over artist or what is a dubbing artist? You get a script, okay? Now, when you get a script, what you have to do is just read that script. If you see a channel like a Discovery channel or an Explore channel or a TLC channel, you see something is going on and you hear a voice in the background. So that voice in the background that you hear is a voiceover artist. Today, you see Discovery channel is in more than one language. Previously, it was only in English, but today it is in Hindi, today it is in Marathi and a couple of other languages as well. So you need people to read that topic, because something is happening on the screen, but you need to hear what is happening on the screen. So voiceover artist, becoming a voiceover artist across different languages is another emerging profession that is coming as far as career in communication in broadcasting is concerned. So that is topic number 8 that we tried to cover. Topic number 9. I don't know how many of you want to become one, but politician is also another topic. If you're a good communicator, you can influence people. You see all politicians these days, whether they talk the truth or whether they lie, that is a different concept. We don't get into controversial topics, but you see them, they are good communicators. You take up any of the top politicians today in the world, you look at Barack Obama, the way he used to communicate, so strong in communication skills. Today, the Prime Minister of India, very strong in communication skills. As I told you, keep the controversial part aside, but let's take the good of every person. So, if you think you want to become a politician, you have a good background, you have a good setup, you have money also, and you think that you come from a political family, you think you're a good communicator, that is another career profession that you can take as a part of a career in communication. It is not broadcasting, but definitely communication. The last point that we cover here today, which is becoming very, very popular, is, I don't know how many of you, I'm asking you a very honest question. I'm not there on that platform, but I want to know, out of 81 students who are there, what I can see on my screen here, how many of you are on TikTok? I'm sure all of you are there on Facebook or Instagram or other profiles, but how many of you are there on TikTok? Sheetal, Vaishnavi, Akshad, Vaibhav. So already I've got about 10 students who are there on TikTok. I'm sure somebody is saying I quit. Vaidehi Sawant is saying I quit. Dvitiya is saying never. Maya is saying I'm there. See, on TikTok, you have something which is called as an influencer. What is the word that I'm using? influencer. See, today these TikTok personalities have become celebrities. Now, you may find them very irritating, you may find them very boring, but I don't know whether you have heard the name of a personality called Dinchak Pooja. I don't know whether you have heard about her, but if you have not heard about her, just try searching Dinchak Pooja. What she does is she just makes some random songs and puts it up on TikTok or on some social media and starts communicating with people. Today, they have become very, very strong influencers. You'll not believe, friends. I'm telling you facts. I'm telling you facts. Advertising agencies are going to them to promote their products in rural areas because that is where TikTok is very popular. So this is a word which is a very, very strong word today, which is called as influencer. Remember the word influencer. And because of that, today even Bollywood actors, cricketers, celebrities, politicians have come on TikTok and trying to influence the world. You may think that this is a useless app. I'm not there on TikTok. This is a dumb app and all that. You can say no problem at all. But this is a very, very popular app to communicate to the people. Whether you like it or you don't like it is a different question. But because it is a very popular medium, people are communicating through the TikTok app and they are today called as influencers. And that is where we conclude the topic that today social media like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all these different profiles that are coming up, Twitter and all that, have become a very, very easy way to start a career in communication and broadcasting. What you do is you record a clip, put it up, and you instantly become a star if you get those many followers. People today have become crazy to get those many followers because that is what the world is becoming today. So, today, becoming a star is not as difficult as it was 20 years back because you did not have a medium. Today, because of internet, because of social media, because of your ability to make a dance or to sing a song or to make lyrics or to do some vulgar jokes or do something, you can reach the people. Because let me tell you, friends, that there is an audience for every kind of program. You think ये कौन देखता है? देखने वाले हैं. They will watch every setup. Just to give you an example, how many channels do you have on your cable television? If you just actually see on your dish TV or on your cable internet or on your cable television that you're seeing, there are about 700 to 800 channels that are actually available. How many do we watch? 10, 20, 25, at the most 30, not more than 30. How many are available? 800. And how many do we watch? Hardly 20 channels. So for 800 channels, you need professionals to do different kind of work that is required to be done. Whether it is voiceover, whether it is anchoring, whether it is a presenter, whether it is a moderator, whether it is a journalist, whether it is a reporter, whether it is a politician, a news anchor, whatever the profession, you have 800 channels across 25 languages where you can think of different opportunities. People say today jobs nahi hai, opportunities nahi hai. If out of 800 channels across 25 different languages, you say ki opportunities nahi hai, then there is a problem. And that is where I'm trying to conclude the topic that today careers in communication and broadcasting are more than ever it was. Because with television, you've got internet. With internet, you've got digital presence. Along with digital presence, you've got the boom of social and social networking websites. Because of the emergence of social media and the breakthrough of internet, today a career in communication and broadcasting is much, much easily accessible than it was a few years back. So just to sum it up, the 10 or 12 career avenues that I tried to explain to you in communication and broadcasting, I'll quickly repeat them one by one. I showed you the different photographs, but if you just want to have a quick recap of what we have done, we started with what is communication? And I told you, communication is all about delivering a concept effectively. No language barrier at all. You can be good in any language in the world. If you're good at Marathi, if you're good at Hindi, if you're good at Urdu, if you're good at Telugu, develop that. But don't forget that English has to be good. I'm not saying that you have to be fabulous in English, but you have to be an effective communicator. जितना चाहिए उतना English बोलने आना चाहिए. Okay, so we started with communication as a definition, how communication is important. I gave you a few examples. I showed you a few photographs. Then I told you 10 different career avenues that you can make a career in as far as communication and broadcasting is concerned. We first started with journalist and a reporter. Then we went to a trainer, professor, faculty, or a teacher. Then we covered an expert related to a particular subject, a subject matter expert. Then we covered presenter, anchor, host, or an RJ, or a VJ that you can make a career in. Then we covered the topic of being a moderator or a conductor of a particular debate or a group discussion. Then we took the next 5, where I told you about commentator, becoming a translator across different languages. Then I told you blogger, writer, author. Then we went to entertainment, where you can become a stand-up comedian, a mimicry artist, a voiceover artist, a dubbing artist. Then we covered, in short, if you want to become a politician, because that is also a career that you can make in. And then we covered it up by saying that influencer in these days of social media today is becoming a very, very popular medium. And to sum it up, I told you that social media today has become so powerful that it has emerged as a very strong tool if you want to start off as a career in communication and broadcasting. So that is what I tried to cover in our 1 hour talk, where we started about 12:05. It's about 1 o'clock here in the afternoon. So any questions that you want to ask is more than welcome. I hope all of you enjoyed the talk. I hope all of you liked what I tried to communicate. Feel free to say. Okay, somebody is writing here. Yes, banning of the Chinese app and all is okay. Let's keep that aside. I'm just trying to cover what all are the career options. We've got one question from Sahil. In this decade of full of modernity in India, from traditional news writer to broadcasting, so is it good to be a liberal journalist for media? Because I have heard that media is biased than what it used to be earlier. I agree that media up to a certain extent is biased. But let me tell you, Sahil, that you have to be as objective as possible. The moment you become biased, what is happening is you're closing one eye. You know what I mean by closing one eye? Because you're not becoming an objective evaluator. The moment biasness creeps in, you become a biased reporter. You're only seeing one side of the coin. You're not seeing the other side of the coin. It is important to be a very, very objective evaluator. So even though, yes, a part of media is biased, yes, you know that some sections of the media is biased, but you try to be as objective as possible. And let me tell you, honesty is always rewarded. If you're a very, very objective and a very honest evaluator or a very honest media person, you will always be respected. And in today's world, why is media running? Media is running because there are some people who call a spade a spade. What I mean by calling a spade is what is good, what is bad. But if you just say, wo chahe अच्छा करे या बुरा करे, मैं अच्छा ही बोलने वाला हूँ, then you don't actually get that respect. So Sahil, you asked me that, is it good to be in this world? Media will always give you opportunities, but try to be balanced. Try to criticize what is wrong. Try to appreciate what is right. Don't be a biased media person. Your career will be limited, or you'll be just working on money. Don't do that. Okay, Vaibhav Sawant asks me, when it comes to blog, is it only about apps like WordPress, or is there any other medium? See, you can start by WordPress. You can start by WordPress, where you can start expressing what you feel about a particular situation or a particular topic which you are good at. Or you can start, in these days, you can start by launching a Facebook page. Your name is Vaibhav Sawant. So you can put your name as Vaibhav Sawant, and on Facebook page you can start writing small articles. See, please don't write big articles at the start, because what happens is when you write a big article, nobody wants to read it in these days. So what you can do is you can start by writing 10 sentences, 15 sentences, 20 sentences, 25 sentences, and then you can go on writing and extending your blog. Today you can also do what is called as a vlog. It is called as a video log or vlogger, where you have your own YouTube channel, and on the YouTube channel you have a camera in front of you and you start talking what you want to talk about. So that is another medium where you can do. So not only blogging but vlogging. V for victory. So V for video log. So vlogging is also another medium where rather than writing, you talk. But there are some people who are shy in front of the camera, who don't want to come in front of the camera, so they can always use the blog. But blog and vlog, both are today very, very popular. Okay, so I hope I've answered Sahil's question, and I hope I've answered Vaibhav's question. Is anybody else who wants to ask me any questions? Sahil and Vaibhav, I hope I have answered your questions quite okay. Any sub questions that you want to ask? Yes, Vaibhav is saying thank you. Thank you, Vaibhav. My pleasure. Yeah? My pleasure. Okay, Sharmishtha Sahu asks me, how should a writer create their portfolio? See, portfolio is all about a short introduction. So, say for example, Sharmishtha, you're writing about a blog, say traveling. So you can say, I'm an avid traveler. I love exploring different places, and based on my experiences of visiting different places, I will be writing on my blog of my experiences of my travel explorations. So that is how you just create a small portfolio, a few lines, 3-4 lines about you. Make it attractive. Don't make it too long. Use good words. When you use good words, short portfolio, people feel attracted towards it. And that is how, if you write, say 3 or 4 sentences, and in those 3 or 4 sentences, if you can write good English words, simple English words, but attractive English words to create your introduction, that becomes more appealing. Prajot Gangaone asks me, yes sir, what are your views on podcast channels? Podcast is good these days. Podcast is becoming very, very popular. If you're listening to Gaurav Kapoor's 22 Yarns, that is a very popular podcast, because today internet is there everywhere. You may not be able to actually see, but people are ready to listen, because especially in the night, you don't want to see, you want to listen something really nice. You can listen to a podcast. It is a very, very popular and a growing medium. What are the qualifications required? Nikki Bias asks me, what are the qualifications? See, very honestly speaking, you don't need a specific qualification. Because today, if you're a good communicator, nobody asks you your qualification. But now that you are a student, you need to be a graduate at least. So that graduation today can be in BMM, it can be in BMS. See, it is always better to have a safe qualification. In these days, it is always good to have a bachelor's degree, and if you can have a master's degree, nothing like it. That will be great. But if you ask me what is the specific qualification required to start your own channel, to start a Facebook page, no qualification required. All you need is a decent command over a language, decent knowledge about the topic that you're covering. But as students, I will always say, complete your graduation very, very carefully, because that is paramount. That is very, very essential. Your academic marks do play a role. I'm not saying that you try for 95%, but if you're doing good, you need to have a good percentage. You need to have a good academic background. You need to have a graduation degree. And after that, if you can have a postgraduate degree, it is always good. I'll tell you, if you listen to it as a very jovial manner or in a joking manner, educational degree is like a fixed deposit. When in trouble, it will always help you. So in these days, when people are losing out their jobs, pandemic, jobs are losing out. So when you have a good academic background, it always acts like a fixed deposit. You can always use it when you are in a tough situation. So my advice to you is that do your graduation, if time permits, do your post-graduation as well. But graduation is paramount as far as a career in any profession is concerned. Sahil asks me another question. there's some curiosity to know what is the total advertising revenue for the radio and television advertising industry. See, let me tell you, Sahil, advertising revenue is immense. I'll tell you, when we did the when I did the India-Pakistan match of the 2019 World Cup, it was played at Manchester because the entire World Cup was played in the United Kingdom. The 2019 India-Pakistan match was played in Manchester, and we did the entire commentary on All India Radio, the radio app. We had listeners like never before. After every boundary, we had an advertisement on radio. After every six, we had an advertisement on radio. After every wicket, we had an advertisement on radio. After the end of every over, we had an advertisement on radio. So the moment you said he's out, you had to stop because an advertisement was played. Today, advertising is maximum as far as television and radio is concerned, especially in prime time. The evening slots, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you get a lot of advertisement. And now you can see on screen also, on the left panel, you see an advertisement. On the lower panel, you see an advertisement. On the right-hand side corner, you see an advertisement. So a lot of advertisements that you see these days. And advertising revenue is immense. See, today a news channel like a TV or radio earns its revenue through what? It earns its revenue through advertising only. So when there is a popular channel, when there is a popular topic, when there is a popular concept being covered, advertising revenue is immense because news channels run on advertising avenues only. I hope I've answered the questions of Sahil, Nikki, Amog, Prajot. Amog and Prajot asked me similar questions on podcast. Sarmistha, Vaibhav. Any other questions? Any other questions? You can feel free to ask. Any other questions that you want to ask? If there are questions, we can take them up. Yeah.
Yes, sir. There are certain. There's one question from Vaidehi Sawant in the chat box.
Okay.
Sir, can you recommend some books to read in English to improve the language skill?
Yeah, good question from Vaidehi. There's one book which is a very elementary book as far as basic language is concerned. You can always refer to that. It also depends on what kind of a topic you like to read when it comes to books, because books have different genres. It could be a thriller, it could be a novel, it could be a religious book, it could be a spiritual book. But one book which has simple English language, with good examples, is a book written by Shiv Khera, which is called You Can Win. It is there in different languages. It is there in Marathi, it is there in Hindi, but I would advise you to read it in English. You Can Win. So You Can Win is a very, very simple book. It is written by Shiv Khera. It has a lot of good examples. It has a lot of short stories. It has a lot of examples. It has good explanation, and it also acts as a motivation. So if you want to start, you can start with You Can Win. But if you want to improve your language skills on a general basis, I think reading everyday newspapers is more than enough. And then after that, if you want to read any book is good. Whatever topic you want to read, feel free to read. But if you want to start off with, then I think You Can Win is a good book to start off with. So if you ask me for a recommendation to start off with, I think I will always suggest, just a minute. I think you can always start off with You Can Win as a book, very easily available. You can subscribe to a library. I think our college also may have it. You can start off with that, and then based on that, you can read any book. But if just for basic language improvement, newspaper reading on a daily basis for about half an hour or 45 minutes is more than enough. But the problem is students don't read newspapers. They find it too boring. They find it too lethargic. They can read a Facebook post, they can read a Twitter post, they can watch a movie for 3 hours, but no time to read a newspaper for 40 minutes. So that's where the real challenge is. But if you can read a newspaper for about 30-45 minutes every day, that is absolutely more than enough to improve your language skills. I hope, Vaidehi, I have answered your question. Yes, Sahil asks me another question. So tell me something about hype of one channel for TRP and how it works. Any hierarchy for a particular set to get from? See, the hype is actually created. It is generated. Sometimes there is no breaking news, but you just start writing breaking news, and suddenly people start switching on to that channel. And people these days write exclusive. We are the only ones who have got this information. We are the ones who have reached that particular venue for the first. So TRP is generated through hype in this way, saying that we have got the biggest news coming up, the biggest breakthrough coming up at 1:30 in the afternoon. 1:30 in the afternoon, switch on Chetna BMS channel. We have a breaking news coming up. We have something which is unheard of. We have something. So for example, they'll say, okay, log on to a channel, like say Chetna BMS is the name of our channel, Chetna SFC is the name of our channel, Chetna Self-Financing Courses. Don't forget to tune in at 1:30. We have got a doctor who's going to tell you the remedy to get rid of coronavirus. So suddenly it spreads. People start wondering, अरे ये चेतना कॉलेज का कौन सा चैनल है 1:30 बजे, क्या रेवेन्यू, क्या रेमेडी दिखाने वाले हैं, क्या ऑप्शन दिखाने वाले हैं. So it spreads, and today WhatsApp is so fast that it reaches faster than any other medium. So that is how you create that hype. That is how you create that excitement or that anxiety, and that is how people start tuning in to your channel. So that is how you create that hype. That is how the TRPs suddenly increase. And whether that news is good or whether that news is realistic, whether that news is true, you don't know. But it suddenly gets that hype and people start following that. So it is just generated through a small scroller that goes through the bottom of your screen, and they start hyping it after every 5 minutes. Watch it, watch it, watch it. In marketing terminology, it is called as hammering. So you hammer. Okay, 1:30 बजे आप देखो, 1:30 बजे आप देखो, 1:30 p.m., 1:30 p.m. So people just tune into that and they watch it. So that's how they create, and that's how they get the TRP for that particular channel. Okay, Akshad is asking me if we, sir, but if we are getting good response of audience, but because of studies we can't communicate with them. So how will we communicate? If you are getting good response of the audience because of studies, see, it's all about balancing your time. See, it's all about balancing your studies and your hobbies or your passion to a particular thing. If you really want to do it, you have to find time. How you find time is again another concept about time management. If you can manage your time well, you can easily find that balance between doing something and not doing something. It's all about prioritizing your tasks. If you can do that, then I think you'll be able to balance that really well. Yes. Any other question that I can see? Okay. Okay, Sahil is saying we actually read newspapers, but there's a very important word that Sahil writes, some students. So that some is a problem. If you can say we all read, then it is good. If I'm writing a book, Sarah asks me if I'm writing a book, how I entertain or make the story interesting. See, don't try to make the story interesting. Whatever is your story, you write it. If you're writing it from a personal experience, you cannot add masala to it. But if you want to write something which is called as a novel, you want to create a story, you want to write a story for a cinema, for a book, for a web series, then you have to think of a topic. These days, crime thrillers are very, very popular. If you switch on Amazon Prime, you have Patal Lok, you have Family Man, you have Breed, you have Mirzapur. There's something Made in Heaven also, which is a relevant topic made on weddings in India. So it is up to you. What do you want to select as a topic, and what do you think is a popular? The web series Made in Heaven, beautifully made by Zoya Akhtar. Made in Heaven is about weddings in India. There are 10 different topics and how weddings are made in India. See, you know how weddings are done in India. I'm sure, I know none of the students here are married, but I'm sure you have attended weddings, maybe of your friends, relatives, neighbors, siblings. So it depends on what topic you want to select, and how you make it interesting is always on you to add a little bit of spice, a little bit of masala, a little bit of real observations, a little bit of vision, a little bit of directory skills, and then add and bring all that together, and then you make that as a very interesting pot boiler, as they say, or a very interesting novel or a web series or a movie that you can say.
So I think so we are done with the questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh,
Yes.
Sir, moving ahead, I would like to
Yeah.
thank you on behalf of whole self-financing section and the career and placement team for such a great, informative, inspiring, and motivating seminar. It is obvious that you
Thank
are
you
an
so much.
it is obvious that you are extremely knowledgeable in your field, and this can be linked up. This can be linked up to your great presenting style, sir.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. Always a pleasure. And if you need any more sessions on similar topics or topics related to this particular field, and if the students are liking it, I don't mind taking more sessions as well. The only thing is the time adjustment and all that. But we'll try to work it out. If the students are enjoying, if you are benefiting from it, it is my pleasure and a privilege to be a part of the Chetna College team. I am myself a student of the same college, so I have special affection to that.
Thank you, sir. So, one important person is left, our
Okay.
chief coordinator and the assistant chief coordinator for supporting and inspiring us,
No,
and
great.
the organizing team for organizing the session.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank
Okay,
you.
I just want to
enjoyed.
say some parting lines, Prasanna sir.
Yes, please,
I
please,
mean, out of
please.
the various webinars, this was the most. I can say. I mean, I have almost attended all the 4 webinars, but this was the webinar where students were actually really involved into. They were participating. We did not find so many messages on any walls, on any chat boxes as we have seen in this particular webinar. So thank you so much for making it so interactive, so participative, and students really enjoyed. I can see that, and it was
Thank you so
really
much.
very. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My pleasure, Jagdish ma'am. And if you need anything on similar topics or something what you want to, please feel free to let me know on particular topics that you have planned or something that the team is planning. Whenever we can work out on a particular time and a particular day, we will work out the session. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Sure. We'll get back to you, sir. And if you can see the chat box, students are really thanking you for such an informative
Yes.
session.
Thank you
Yes, very.
so much. I'm just writing one message as a thank you to everyone. You can also communicate that from my behalf to everyone. I also enjoy. Thank you so much. Thank you.